Welcome back to the PPM podcast. This is your humble, your favorite, the bestest to never nextest, and all the extras, and all the mextras, and all the mechis, and I don't fucking know. Let me stop playing. Welcome back to the PPM podcast. It's be your host, HVO Mob. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. I wanted to pop in and do a quick episode because I told you I'm going to start being more frequent when it comes to these episodes. But what I wanted to do is pop in and give a quick episode on dating etiquette. Well, if you're wondering why, I decided to do this, I figure I might as well let you guys know there is a viral post going around. I posted it on the PPM podcast platform across the board. You guys will see it. I gotta actually put it on Twitter and black out these names. Let me do that real fast while I got you. Nope, not that one. We're gonna use this one. I'm gonna black out these names real quick. In the profile picture, actually. It was posted 16 hours ago. But I'm gonna read to y'all what exactly it says so we can talk about this dating etiquette here, because why not? All right. And I'm gonna also talk to you about the response. So I just ordered my meal and an 18-ounce ribeye steak dinner at Mother's, and the dinner date decided to leave because I decided to smoke weed in the open patio outside. So she said I'm weird and drunk. Guess I got good lunch for tomorrow. She really don't believe weed is legal now. Really left me downtown at Mother's dolo. I would feel embarrassed, but I don't. She just didn't deserve my energy nor my sacrifices. Never again, though. We live, learn, then learn to live better. No worries. You can't please women from Buffalo, New York. That was his side of the story. Well, little did he know, someone knows who she was. They posted her side of the story on my page. Let me go ahead and put that. I'm going to post both of these on all platforms. I just want to scratch out their names and pictures, so, for privacy purposes. She said, first off, when he picked me up, he was drunk, in all capital letters. I've been with him for 3 years, so I know the signs and outcome anyway. We got to the restaurant, we ordered, he said, I'm about to smoke. I instantly got turned off. This motherfucker goes to the car, come back, start smoking, then threw the damn weed on the ground and got mad at me because I didn't eat no damn shrimp. I told him what was bothering me. It got quiet, and then the motherfucker started rolling up at the table. I took my key and left. This is so fucking embarrassing. So I guess we got to discuss dating etiquette. So the question would be, is that proper or improper dating etiquette? On either side, I'm going to tell y'all my point of view from both sides. Since I read the man's post first, I'm going to start with his. Based on his words. So if I come get you, take you out to a nice restaurant. Mother's is a decent restaurant. I'm not going to lie. It's a decent restaurant in Buffalo. Take you to a nice restaurant. We out on the patio. Weed is legal. I got my little thing rolled up. I went to the car real quick. Hey, baby, let me go run to the car real quick, rolls up something before I eat. It's going to help my stomach. People that smoke know that a lot of people do smoke before eating, because it does help the appetite, does settle the stomach down, does calm the nerves, anxiety, things of that nature, right? So, goes to the car, roll up, come back smoking. Boom. Next thing you know, she on some old funny acting shit. She got weird. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on with her. She ain't like she didn't know I didn't smoke. So, shit. She got all weird and shit. So, it's like, yeah, whatever. Next thing I know, she gets up and she leaves. Left me at the goddamn restaurant. Now, initially, I wanted to go ahead and get mad and like, yo, this ain't. Then I realized, nah, that's going to be lunch for tomorrow. But damn, yo, I got to say something about this shit. So I snap a picture, post that post. That's where it goes from there. Now, brother, let me explain something to you. If you pull out some weed at a restaurant, just because you're on the back patio don't make it appropriate to smoke that weed at the restaurant. You went and rolled up in the car. Why didn't you smoke the weed in the car? Why didn't you smoke before you got there? You knew you were going out to eat. You know you had to drive to get her and to go ahead and get into the restaurant. You could have smoked before you got her, while y'all was in the car, and before y'all got into that goddamn restaurant. Under no circumstances did you need to roll up weed at the fucking table. Under no circumstances did you actually need to smoke weed inside the restaurant, whether you're on the patio or not. I fully understand that it's legal. Totally get that. That's nice. But the fact of the matter is, it's about having koof. It's about having class. It's about having dignity. It's about having respect. And if you know your girl don't fuck with that smoking shit, why in the flying fuck would you go on the patio and start smoking weed while you eating dinner with her? Now, on the other hand, shorty, you know I smoke weed. I wanna go from her part now, because I think that's another piece to it, because she said she been with him for 3 years, so she know the signs of him being drunk. So you got in the car, you knew I was drunk, you didn't say nothing, or you didn't get your ass out the car, right? Then you knew I smoked weed if you've been with me for 3 years. So obviously weed was not that big of a problem. So let's really get down to the root of it. Because if you was with him for 3 years, weed was not a problem for you. That's not an issue for you. The issue is he smoked it and rolled it up at the table, and that's a restaurant that you feel like is a little upscale, and you feel like that's not appropriate, so the look was bad. You were embarrassed, like you said. You were embarrassed, like, yo, dog, I know you can smoke weed, but goddamn, do you gotta do it right here, right now? That shit can't wait. Some dudes be acting like that too. Some dudes act like they can't wait. They have to smoke wherever they go, don't matter where they at. They have no social etiquette. Now, dating etiquette. I'm not gonna lie, y'all know me. I don't do all that caping and I don't do all that simping. I don't fucking blame her for leaving. Here's why. Like I pointed out earlier, he could have smoked before he got there in that car and before he got back in that restaurant. He could have smoked. He had several opportunities. But he opted to wait till he get to the patio just so he could smoke in a restaurant and say he smoked at a restaurant. Just because weed legal. Now, my issue with the girl is she tried to make it seem like the weed was something new, and that's not. You've been with him for 3 years. He's been smoking weed. So you know this. You know his habits of weed smoking. The fact that you thought that somehow he's going to go to a different bar or a different club or whatever the case may be, or a different restaurant and change the way he smoked weed, that's your fault. But I don't blame her for leaving. There is a time and a place for everything. You do not need to smoke and roll up everywhere you go. There's a time and place for it. How long does dinner take? An hour total? From the time you sit down, order your food, wait for them to come out, and then leave? Hour and a half total? You telling me you cannot wait an hour or hour and a half to smoke? You just had to smoke inside at the patio? You had to do that? It meant that much to you? Obviously, it's making your girl uncomfortable. Obviously, she ain't feeling that shit. Yet you still think that, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and get fly with it. Yo, come on, man. Come on. Cut this shit. Now, I did reach out to both parties and see if they would like to come on the show, and we can kind of hash this out. We about to see something real quick though. Hold on. Where is? Let me see. Hold on. Hold on. Because I'm actually friends with the girl on Instagram. Hold on. See if she's going to type back. Hold on. Hold on, because somebody... Boom. All right, we're gonna see if she hit me back. I'm gonna check back in with y'all about that. But you knew he smoked, right? So don't get here and make it seem like it's a problem now. Now, some people up there, yeah, she tripping for leaving. I would have smoked with you. Obviously, she don't smoke. Or she didn't think that was an appropriate place to smoke. So you can't run with that argument. You can't run with that. You cannot run with the argument that you would have rolled up and smoked with him, or you would have smoked with him and stayed there and smoked with him, because the simple fact of the matter is, obviously, it was an issue for her to smoke there. Whether she smoked or she didn't smoke, there was an issue for her to do that. So that was never going to be on the table. Y'all want to be pick-me's and act like girls be tripping all the time. Yeah, I know I'm critical of both sides, but sometimes you niggas do dusty shit. Sometimes you niggas do dusty shit. There's a time and a place for everything. Yo, you don't always have to smoke before you eat. You don't always have to do it. Y'all dudes make up every excuse under the world to smoke, and y'all be acting like crackheads. Hour and a half, you couldn't wait to smoke. And then y'all obviously had an issue probably from the time y'all picked each other up, or even before that. Cause like she said, when you picked her up, you was already drunk, so she knew how that was gonna go. That's where I fought her. If you saw him drunk and you knew how that was gonna go, what was so bad? Like, if you willing to walk out on a meal, why did you even go? If you know that him being drunk and high, whatever the case may be, is an issue for you, why even go? Because clearly you wasn't there because you didn't care nothing about the meal. You didn't care about that shit. Because if you cared about it, you'd at least got your food and bounced. You just bounced and left the food. So that means you should have never even you shouldn't have gotten to the restaurant with him if once you got around him, you realized how he was acting. Let's not play games. As soon as you got around him, you knew how he was acting. You never need to go into the restaurant. When he went out to the car to roll up, you should have went with him and said, you know what, never mind. Don't even worry about it. We out. There's several escape options you had in this night. But what I will say is he was wrong. I don't blame you for leaving. I mean, the only thing I would say to you critically is that you probably shouldn't even, you probably could have left earlier. But other than that, that's it. He was wrong. There's a time and place for that shit. If y'all both smokers, this wouldn't even be a story because y'all both would have smoked and called it a day. But clearly y'all both not smokers. Y'all now in that kind of wave together. You need to be respectful of each other. Just like she needs to be respectful of, hey, he may be a smoker. There's a time and place for everything, but he smoked, so I'm going to let him get his off. And in these environments or these situations, blah, 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 or whatever way he need to get his shit off, he need to get his shit off. But sometimes, dog, you need to tuck it. Sometimes you need to relax, bro. An hour to an hour and a half would not have killed you. I promise you. But let me know what y'all think. Drop them comments. Let me get them reactions. Tweet me at HVOMarv, the PPM podcast on Twitter and on Facebook. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all tuning in. I'll see y'all later. All right? Peace.